Peace and divine light. Peace and divine light. Come on in here. Let's go. Come on, family. Peace and light. Peace and love. Peace and joy. Peace and mindfulness. You know what I'm saying? Come on in here, family. Come on in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on in here. You are watching Magick Up TV. I am your host, Seven The Alchemist. Here's where we talk about love, we talk about law, we talk about all things. There's nothing off the table, you understand. And here's what we say. Life is easy. We make it hard. You know what to do when you get here. Hit the love button, hit the share button, let somebody know that The Alchemist is in the building. The world responds to you. The world responds to you, family. Come on in. Come on in. I'm going to give you all a second. Y'all know how we do. The world responds to you. So, a lot of people believe that it's the other way around. Right? You know the old parable? Life is 10%. Life is 10%. 10% of what happens to you. 90% how you respond. And every day you wake up, it's infinite algorithms. Infinite. Oh my God, it's so infinite. The only way nothing can happen is if you do absolutely nothing. However, here's where a lot of people get this wrong. People think if they're involved in continuous motion, that progress exists. You can actually sit still and so much can get done in your stillness than with all that busy work. You understand? The world responds to you. Some people will sit and they'll be in the woe is me part of life, right? And that comes. Here's the thing. I'm gonna get back to that. Here's the thing. Number one, stop feeling bad. Stop feeling bad for where you are. And I know that's a tall tale. Seven, you don't understand. I'm in here with the rats. I'm in here with the roaches. I don't have this. I don't have that. Look, we talked about that yesterday. You did that. That's your circumstance. You have to know that it's okay. Seven, you don't understand. I do. If you've been on my lives for years, I'm probably one of the most transparent people ever. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because what I'm going through, unless you can do something about it, it doesn't matter even if you know. Not in reference to my manhood, my ego, none of those things. It doesn't hurt me to let you know that I'm hurt. It doesn't hurt me to let you know that I'm hurt. A lot of reasons you all don't tell people you're hurting is because you fear that later on in life that could be used against you. But think about it. That's like knowing that everyone you know used to not be able to walk. And imagine being able to use that against them. You know what I'm saying? Cheryl call you up. She's like, hey, girl, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, yeah, I don't really got no money for that right now. And she's like, girl, you always broke. You ain't never got nothing. Nah, 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 nah. Remember that time you called me and you was down and out because you did this and you did that? And then you go, remember that time you couldn't walk? Jose, what up, King? I see you. Remember that time you couldn't walk? This is what people do. They want to remind you, you know what I'm saying? They want to remind you of the inadequacies that you once was in possession of. I was just listening to a call. So I listened to this radio show called The Jubal Show. And on Thursdays, I think it's Thursdays. I think today is Thursday. On Thursdays, they do this thing where if you went out on a date and you got ghosted, you know what I'm saying? You call up the radio and they can get back. They could probably, figure this thing out for you and y'all can go out on another date. This particular one, the girl took this dude, or the girl, accepted the guy's invitation on a date, completely humiliates this guy. You understand? And the reason that she ghosted him. He called the radio station trying to figure it out. He's like, I don't understand why, da 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 da. And the woman says, years ago, see, this is how people are. Years ago, when you were in college, you dated my sister. These are observers. She was not a participant in the relationship. She has no idea what was going on. She was only able to know based upon one person's perspective. You understand? She completely humiliated this man on a date and recorded it just so she could pick fun because he was a misogynist back in college and did her sister wrong. Two things about that. Number one, we are what we are because of decisions that we make. That, he did it. Okay. It took years to catch up with him. However, the point that I'm making is that oftentimes people want to hold you in contempt of some type of situation that you were involved in years ago. You've elevated your science, you've elevated your spirit, and they still trying to hold you to that situation. You got to let it go within your spirit. It got to matter not an ounce to you. Can't nobody hold me on nothing. Hey, Seven, remember that time you blah, blah, blah? And that's why, hey, man, that happened. I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You're allowing these things to shape your world. The world responds to you. You understand? I guarantee you, if you need anything to change in your life, right? You need something to change in your life. We talked about this on another video. Changes do not come from a singularity perspective because it takes an algorithm for things to work themselves out. There's an algorithm. Because we are living this human existence was not designed to live or to experience alone, which means that there are variables in your daily walk. So if you understand that there's variables, you understand this. If you understand that there's variables, yet you are not injecting your own will into these variables. You're not telling people what you want out of life. You're not showing people what you want out of life. You're not doing what you know you should be doing to even get half the things that you want out of life. You know you should be studying. You know you should be in the garage tinkering. You know you should be at work early. You know all of these things, yet you don't do it. Then you're at home complaining that the world is unfair. The world is not unfair. The world is not unfair. There are things that happen to us. There are just things that happen to us. But if you hold on to this unfair mentality, then you're taking all of these things personal. You understand? And the world can't be concerned about you personally. It can only be concerned with you if you're tapped in. If you're not tapped in, you don't matter. And that's a hard reality for a lot of people to understand. You want to matter to the world, but you're not donating your time to nothing. You're not helping anybody. You're not educating nobody, not even yourself. We talk about self-love, and the only thing you think self-love is going to get a massage, going to get a manicure, going on a vacation. That is not self-love. That's a vacation. That's not self-love. But nobody's telling you this shit because they want to be in the popular crowd of language. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care about none of that. Do you understand? The world responds to you. The moment you wake up and you say to yourself, I'm done living this bullshit. I'm done. I'm not accepting none of this ever again. Okay, that sounds good. But what are you going to do different? Because only that which you do different will create a different result. You understand? You get out of life what you put into it. And the problem with Christianity, let me tell you what, see, because a lot of us have come out of these religions. A lot of us come out of these religions. And in my opinion, the problem with religion is that it does not hold you accountable. In religion, we feel like we could just pray for something and it should just happen. It shouldn't require so much effort on my part. Yesterday, we talked about easy versus simple. You understand? We have to understand the algorithm. If you don't understand how this world works, then how can you get out of it what you're desiring? You're living in it. You've been here 30, 40, some of you all on here 50, 60 years. And you still have not figured out how the world works. And that's okay. As long as you're willing to figure it out now. The world is only responding to your vibration. Absolutely. Peace, Queen. I see you, Miko. Peace, Veronica. I see you. Deshaun, I see you. Listen, man. The world is responding to you. Let me show you how. Let me show you how. Just the other day, my brother-in-law, right, he comes up to me. He says, look, man, I know how to make little bits of money daily. You know what I mean? To add it up. I need to know how to make larger money at one time, right? Like, you know, he knows about me and what I've done, and he's heard the stories and this, that, and the third, and I'm repositioning certain things. So, you know, the light is bubbling. When you bubbling, people can smell it. When you bubbling, people can feel it. They don't even have to see you. They'll be in California, be like, hey, man, you popping down there? Because, I don't know, I just had a dream about you, bruh. This is what happens when you on. But you got to put yourself on. You got to say to yourself, today I get on. Let me share with you what self-love is. Self-love is not the massage. It's not the fucking going to get your hair done. Self-love, those are pamper days. That's not self-love. That's pampering. Pampering and self-love is not the same. Self-love is you deciding, oh, you know what? I know that I want to be a masseuse. And for years I've been talking about going to, you know what I'm saying, get my license to become a masseuse. You know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to sign up for this class and I'm going to do better with my life. That's called self-love. I know some of y'all might have kids in the car on the way to school. That's called self-love. 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 My cousin in the building. What up, TG? Look, y'all, self-love is you learning how to unlock the next chamber you've been desiring in life. That's what self-love is all about. That's what it results to. The massage, going to get your hair done, going to get your nails done, all of that, taking yourself out to dinner, all of that is great. But unless we start calling things what they are, we can't receive what we desire. Spirituality requires faith. But the Bible even says faith without works is dead, so accountability is required. Let me share with y'all something. Because we talked about faith yesterday, right? They got y'all fooled into believing that faith is a substance. This matter, right? This matter. Faith is a matter of substance, right? Faith is this matter of substance. And evidence. Evidence meaning that science prevails. You understand? Evidence means that science prevails. I wish I had an audience today. Y'all ain't sharing this video. Y'all need to start sharing right now. The evidence of things not seen. So that means that science has not proven itself. So you're out here desiring something that science hasn't already proven. How? How you doing that? That don't even make sense. Share with me somebody that's got faith in something that hasn't happened before. It may not have happened for them, but the fact that it happened, they have knowledge of it, which allows for inspiration and desire. You understand? If you're desiring something you can't see, that's half the problem. If you're desiring something that does not exist, tell me what it is and I'll wait. I guarantee you it does. Or it has. Or you may not know the existence of it. You understand? So the moment we start to reshape our consciousness and start to tell people the truth, you can literally have what you want. You just have to be willing to do what it takes to get it. If we could just be honest with that one part, it would change the complete narrative. Because you got people out there believing they can have what they want without doing the work. How so? Because they had to come back and give you a whole nother scripture for it. We know we told you that you can have anything based on faith. But y'all fucking up out here. Y'all really thought that was it. No. Okay. Once you got the faith, you got to work. Well, once you put work to something, you've now removed the word faith. Right? Because faith is the substance. Which means you already got it without anything. Man, come on, y'all. My purpose here is to demystify magic, to demystify it. Take all the mystery out of magic to make it applicable. Because if this thing is just this ooh, ah, oh, ooh, and you don't understand it, you don't understand how it works, you don't understand the ins and outs of it, then it has no value. It has no value. Magic is simply the solution. The world is responding to you. If you got up today and decided to go jogging, and then you did that tomorrow, and then you did that the next day, and you continue doing that for 60 days, I guarantee you something in your body is going to shift. Something. If you went to the gym every day and worked on a different part of your body every day, I guarantee you in 60 days, something is going to shift. If you got up and went out looking for work, not browsing the internet, that's a trick. Ah, man. They done tricked us out of everything, yo. They tricked you out of everything and sold you on comfort. They just want you comfortable while you giving up your spirit. They want you comfortable while you giving up your soul. It's for you to take it back. Only you can do it. Only you can do it. I was in a relationship and I thought it was amazing. I thought it was wonderful. I thought, you know what I mean? But I realized I was giving up too much. I was giving up way too much. And it doesn't mean that there was something wrong with the relationship, but when you start doing things and now your value starts to decrease because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you gotta check and balance. And these are your responsibilities. This is your body, your spirit, your mind. So when people ask me about my title or my interest or my functionality as a person, and what I mean by that, they'll ask me, are you spiritual? My answer to that is no. My answer to that is no. Just as somebody would ask me, am I a graphic designer? My answer to that is no. But then they'll go, well, I've seen flyers that you've done. I've seen websites that you've done. Yes. But you just said that you're not a graphic designer. I'm not. But isn't that graphic design? Yes. Okay, I'm confused. I'm confused. Well, I am a brand manager. I am a brand creator. I am a brand god who understands the importance of design and who has no doubt trained myself to the level of excellence in such, right? So when people say, well, how can you say that you're not a spiritual person? How can you say that you're not spiritual? Let me share with you why. That is a title that if you wear, you have to wear it in its entirety, okay? I am an elemental. Oh, now, bro, you getting extra. No. Words are important. We are living in assimilation and it's programmed by words. So you have to be careful what you call yourself. You have to be careful what you answer to. You have to be careful what you accept. Why are you an elemental, Seven? I am an elemental because elements do not change. They shift. They transmute. But they are always accountable. What do you mean by that? The sun is never going to not shine. The sun will never not shine. You will never wake up on a day where the sun is not shining. When I'm doing my work, I have to be plugged into something that is forever. Something that is tangible. You all are dealing with faith. You all are dealing with faith. You're holding on to things that are invisible. And that's fine. Because in this work, is the invisible. Remember, I said I am not a spiritual, I don't consider myself spiritual. However, the work that is involved to make things happen involve the collective. So so here's what I mean by that. You drive a car, right? Because I'm trying to make this plain so that you can use it. You drive a car. Inside that car, you put something inside that car you can't see unless you fuck up. What do you mean, Seven? Tell me the last time you saw the full amount of gas you put inside your car. I'll wait. There's only but certain circumstances that would allow you to spill gasoline, the volume of gasoline that's required for your vehicle to work. You've never seen it. Unless under particular circumstances. What you do is you go inside that gas station, or you're at that pump with your card, and you will make an exchange that's invisible to power up something that is physical. And in that physical function, you have to give that physical function a destination. But in order for that physical function to make it to that destination, all of the parts must be working properly. This is an elemental. In order for me to light that candle, right? I want to communicate to the invisible. Let's say Ra, okay? Ra is what? The sun god. Why? It doesn't matter that Ra is the sun god. What matters is what made Ra the sun god. These deities embody characteristic. So if you're able to understand the characteristic, that characteristic has to be ignited. It takes something to ignite these properties. You understand? All right. So when I wake up in the morning, I have access to a few elements: wind, sun, water, earth. Okay? What I do with these elements in combination is how I communicate to Ra. Some of y'all are only trying to communicate without the work. You understand? Some of y'all are trying to communicate not understanding the characteristics of who you are trying to communicate to. So you're trying to communicate to Ra, the sun god, but you are not waking up saying good morning to the sun. You're not waking up giving thanks for the sun. You're not giving, you understand? You're not standing in the aura of the essence. You're not receiving the rays. I say to Poseidon, I am grateful for this water. Right? So many would say, but Seven, there's only one God. But that's only because you don't understand what God is. That's like saying I'm black. When somebody says, Seven, what are you? Right? I'm trying to help y'all. By saying I'm black, I have now taken on the association, right, of what's considered black, African, or of, right, descent, okay? When I say that, what I'm saying is that I identify with the collective. I don't represent black people all alone. The collective is running through me. So whatever I do today, based upon where I'm at, you understand, affects the observance of the collective. If I go to the courthouse right now and I show my ass in front of all of these people, you know what they're going to say? That black man. People are identifying you based upon the collective. So by saying that I'm an elemental means that I accept the responsibility of being tapped in to all of these things, these trees, the grass. I'm responsible for my part in the moon. I'm responsible for my part in the sun. I'm responsible for my part in the mountain. I'm responsible. The way that I perform my duties is a direct reflection of how I feel about what I am a part of. You understand? The way that you're telling people that you're a this, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm an oracle. I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this, I'm a that. Somebody will ask you about tomorrow and you'll be like, oh, girl, I'm just trying to make it through the day. Wait a minute. I thought you was an oracle. How are you just trying to make it through today? Don't you see tomorrow? You know it's coming, right? You ain't even got to rub no crystal glass to know tomorrow is coming. All right, so what's involved in tomorrow? Time and opportunity. 24 hours in a day. Time doesn't even exist. We created it so that we could manipulate and control the elements. The world is responding to you. The audacity of human beings to create something as intricate as time. What? And if I tell you I need to meet with you, I got $1,000 for you. I need you to meet me tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Some of y'all out here arguing the science of all these things, knowing that the understanding of the collective is actually the circumstance that people are inundated by. You understand? You out here trying to argue every point. You're trying to argue every point. You want to seem so smart. But what is that yielding you? What did that wisdom yield you? All you did was create conflict. All you did was create an argument. We're going into Thanksgiving season. Oh, God. Let me prepare for all of y'all out there who's about to tell me how many motherfuckers done got killed. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third. And y'all want to celebrate Thanksgiving and y'all want to eat a turkey and y'all want to do this. Y'all want to do that. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. It doesn't take away from your intellect. As long as you know what you're doing. We out here calling ourselves kings and queens. Imagine if you really were a king or a queen. Imagine this. Just take a deep breath. I'm almost done. Take a deep breath. And I want y'all to think about it. Just, if you can, close your eyes. If you're driving, please don't. You're a king. You're a queen. Okay? And there's a feast taking place. And there's a pig being roasted. Okay? And for whatever reason, you find this pig to just, you're just drooling, you're salivating. Oh my God, the bacon that's about to come off this thing, right? And they're just cutting it up. And Unsuku comes from out of the distant audience. They ain't even got tickets to be up front for this feast. They all the way in the nosebleed seats, right? So Unkufu comes up, running through the crowd. Wait, let me through. I got something to say. Let me through. Buzzing through the crowd, right? Get through your security and everything. Cheryl, I just wanted to let you know, I don't think you should eat that. It's your festival. You have prepared this. The whole kingdom has been knowing this was going to take place for 6 months now. You've invited everybody you know to this celebration. And from all the way out the back, they come running to tell you what you can't do. Now I want you to open your eyes. And I want you to understand that's the life you're living right now. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Y'all on social media listening to people all the way in the back. All the way in the back. You changing up your whole MO for somebody in the back who got all this to say that ain't doing enough work to sit where you at. I want you to think about that for a second. I don't care what it is. Let your spirit be your guide. Do what makes your heart sing, but understand the exchange in all things. This world is responding to you. Do you understand? You can change all these things that you got issues with. You can change that if you decided to. But it takes time. Some things just take time. But if you don't ignite it, if you don't light that fire first, how is it going to burn? How is anything going to burn? And how you going to light it on fire if you're afraid of the fire? Some of y'all will get on these lives, y'all will get on other people's lives, and y'all be, ooh, yeah, I want that. Ooh, yeah, I want that. Ooh, yeah, I want that, because I'm in here, and I don't know what to do. And I wish, and I hope, and they tell you what to do. All you got to do is come outside. Oh, that's all you got to do. Just come outside. Oh, okay, I'm going to go outside. 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 And you get to the door, and you turn around. No. Because if I go outside, I might trip down the stairs, and everybody going to laugh at me. If I go outside, they're going to talk about my fashion. If I go outside, they're going to talk about my hairstyle. If I go outside, they're going to talk about my weight. If I go outside, they're going to talk about my car. If I go outside, they're going to talk about my job. If I go outside, they're going to talk about my kids. If I go... Who gives a nappy-headed motherfucking fuck, nigga? Do you see this? Does this look like I care what you think? Huh? Look at me. Look at me. Just look at me. Look at me real quick. Do I look like I give a rabbit mother? Do I look like I'm concerned at all? How many times y'all done seen me in this hoodie? Like, bro, I done watched 850,000 of your lives, and I think 726,000 of them, you in the same hoodie. Guess what? I like it. I like this hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Y'all worried about the wrong things. Stop being worried about the wrong things. Say it louder for the ones in the back. Absolutely. You know what I mean? No, you don't have to work at making something happen. You just know through faith that it will happen. You just keep moving in faith and you receive. Tell you who to call, what doors to unlock. The universe will guide you to what you desire, even tell you how to get there. If you're paying attention, sometimes we're just busy trying to make things happen and often find ourselves frustrated with the process. Absolutely. Because a lot of times you're trying to do shit easy and not being on the simple route. Then you get frustrated because you done tried to cut corners and cut corners and cut corners. Now you ain't got no corners left. You got a circle left. And you scared of a circle. Some of you all will celebrate Martin Luther King's Day and not your birthday. Some of you all will celebrate, you know what I'm saying, tax season and not the season of you. We got to come back. You got to reel it back in. Reel it back in and start celebrating yourself more. Start expanding. Start writing down those desires. Start really attacking those dark corners. And watch what happens in your space. Watch what happens in your life. Stop making your problems such a problem. It doesn't matter what it is. But 7, I only got one leg. Damn. I get it, man. I get it. 7, I only got one leg. Now what? Stop trying to run 2-legged races. Enter into a 1-legged race, bruh. See? Because this is what we do. We pile up these things and then we use them to show people why we're not getting ahead. Why we do that? Why do you want to be the victim? Why do you not want to be the one on the top of the mountain? Huh? Because they make success look so bad. Oh, we want to kill all the billionaires. Why do you want to kill the billionaires? Why? Why do you want the billionaires to suffer? If it wasn't for the billionaires, where would Coca-Cola be? Who created that functionality and made sure that that system is running so that millions of people can have a job? You want to climb the mountain and kill the king. Why? Because you suffering at the bottom of the mountain and you feel like that suffering comes at the hand of the man? It doesn't. That suffering does not come from the hand of the man. Yes, suffering is programmed. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. Flint, Michigan. The fucking water in Flint, Michigan. Excuse me, if y'all got kids in the car. Flint, Michigan. The water been garbage for 6 months. I'm talking about when it was 6 months. When it was 6 months. And you couldn't decide to leave. A year later, you're still there talking about how garbage the water is. But Seven, I couldn't afford to move. You can't afford to stay neither. You got to stop making everything an excuse. The moment the desire is there and the self-love is practiced, the answer will appear every single time, y'all. Every single time. Every single time. But you don't know that because you out here hanging out with the same people or got the same problem as you. Hey, girl, how you doing? Oh, girl, I'm broke. Yeah, girl, me too. What you gonna do? I don't know. What you gonna do? I don't know. Y'all shaming the ones who are out there really pumping the block to make things different. You shaming them. You want to job shame people for working at restaurants, for parking cars, for you know what I'm saying, doing service jobs. Let me tell you something. If you got a job, if you are exchanging your time for any amount of money, congratulations. You have figured out the value of life. Now, I could teach you how to expand that if you really want. If you want to be taught how to expand whatever you're doing right now, inbox me. Half of y'all ain't gonna do it because your ego. I don't need nobody showing me nothing. I don't need nobody showing me nothing. I know what I'm doing. But you don't. Everything that I do, I would retain a guide for. Business, even in the world of spirituality. Why? Because on my hard days, I need somebody that is grounded in that situation that can handle my conversation and not be rattled by it. When grandma died and I had to bury her, the funeral director was not in there with me like, yeah, she was a good woman. Why did she say me? Oh my God. I can't believe she gone, bro. I can't believe she gone. She was such a good woman. What you gonna do? Oh God, what you gonna do, bro? What you gonna do? Oh Lord. The funeral director is not, that's not, if you walk in to bury a loved one and the funeral director is acting like that, you're in the wrong place. Why? Because in this realm of professionalism, I've already endured that 1,000 times. I know what you're going through, my brother, and you're gonna be all right. I know grandma gone, but she not really. All those lessons she taught, she's still with you. The way she showed you how to prepare that plate, she's still with you. Remember how she taught you to wash under your arms so you don't be out there stinking with them girls? She's still with you. Remember when she told you it didn't matter what your hair looked like as long as the brain activity is functional on the inside? She's still with you. You understand? When you got it, you got it. When you get it, you get it. And the way to get it, a lot of times, is to be shown a more excellent way. If I went to my guru, like, yo, bro, you ain't gonna believe this, man. I just lost 30 bands, bro. I just lost $30,000 this month. If my guru is like, oh, Lord, 7, oh, Lord, oh, 30,000, oh, man, oh. Come on, man. Let me pray for you, bro. 30, oh, man. Oh, I know you hurting. I know you're hurting. I'm hurting with you. I got the wrong coach. If I tell my coach, yo, look, I lost 30,000 this month, that response needs to be, what you think you did wrong? What you think you could do different? Let me share with you. I got a girl right now, man, that she's amazing at accounting. I want to hook y'all up. You say you got some production issues? I got somebody that got a warehouse, man. I think they may be able to pull that out. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need when you going through crisis. You don't need to be going through crisis with somebody else going through crisis. They ain't got nothing for you. Then you get mad because they ain't got nothing for you. You know what? I don't even know why I called you. You ain't never no good, Tamika. I don't know why I called you. You ain't never got no words of encouragement. Tamika going through the same shit. She going through the same shit. And you holding these friends that you know they going through the valley. And then you gonna hold it against them that they can't be there for you? Come on, man. Go get you somebody that know these ropes. Go get you somebody that know how to fight, know how to calculate, know how. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Because this life didn't come with a blueprint. But those who have traveled further than us, they know things that we don't know. And if we're in such a mindset where we can't be told nothing, you know what I'm saying? Then how can you expand? You know it all, right? You know it all. Cool, bruh. I'm a student of life. Do you know the birds teach me? The ants teach me? Everything. The lessons come from everywhere. The moment you're tapped in. The moment you decide to be tapped in. And watch how the world starts forming itself around you. Just 60 days ago, I was working alone in my business. I just hired 40 interns. 40. What do you think is about to happen in the next 60 days, family? Huh? I see you, Leah. If there's an issue, there's definitely a solution. Absolutely. If there's a mushroom that can kill you, there's a mushroom that can provide some super health properties. You understand? That's the way the universe is. It's balance. I love y'all. I want better for us. Stop having a problem with what's got a problem with you. Ain't nothing got a problem with you. Ain't nothing got a problem with you. Everything is working as the function is laid out. You just have to learn the function and then learn how to program. That's it. Inbox me if you need some help. Let's get it done. Ain't no need to continue. You know what I'm saying? I had a woman contact me like last week, and then I'm done. Cause I'm gonna show y'all something. You gotta stop accepting everything, yo. Had a woman contact me last week. She said, Seven, I need a website. I said, come on, so-and-so. We do this every year for the last 3 years. You call me, I need a website. I be like, how much, what's your budget? Or what size website you need? I start asking you these questions. You start telling me all this stuff. I tell you what the price is. You tell me you're going to get with me next week. Next week come, you tell me you're going to get with me next week. Next week come, you tell me you're going to get with me next week. Then I get tired of it. Then I stop contacting you back. Then you realize I ain't fucking with you. Then you don't get a website. We do this every single year. Guess what we not going to do this year? That shit. And guess what I told her? From the gate. Y'all think y'all need stuff too bad. Nah, put your boundaries up. Put your ideas out there and go live life, man. I told her, I said, look, so-and-so, we not doing that this year. I don't care how mad you get when I say that. I'm not putting myself through that this year. I already know mathematics is mathematics. Science is science. It's not emotion. So it works by calculation. And if you allow people to keep taking you through this dumb shit, you're going to keep getting dumb shit. You play dumb games, you win stupid prizes. Period. Stop playing dumb games. You don't have to participate in things you don't want to participate in. And you get to go participate in anything you wish to go participate in. It's up to you to be prepared for the participation. Share this message. I love y'all. Bring the world to you. Bring the world to you. Bring all those things that you desire into your life by expanding what's already in your life, by being grateful for what you already have, for being thankful for what you already have, for standing on your business and not being wavered. You know what I'm saying? Being unmovable, being transparent. And watch what happens. I love y'all. Peace to man, woman, and child, and all things that walk the earth as above, so below. May all things be balanced and well alignment. Dua as I send this love and this light back to each and every one of y'all. You've been watching Magick Up TV. I am Seven The Alchemist. Share the message. I love y'all.